Okay, I'm gonna make this quick. Something about men trying to like demonize the same like sexuality they like inherently benefit from and want to keep it occurring to them is so strange to me for some reason. Like I remember when I was like 17 and I met this fucking douchebag on Craigslist. That's a long story in itself, but let's get to the good part. Or one of the one of the most mid experiences of me knowing that crackhead ass man, but anyway, we were talking about music we liked, and I explained the artists I like, oh, you know, like Cardi B, Nicki, and then he was like, oh, I don't like Cardi B or Nicki, and I was like, oh, why not? And all he had to do was say the words, their shit is ass. And like, if he said that about Nicki, I would have just said, okay, he's an idiot. If he said that about Cardi, I would have just entirely understood. I love Cardi, but her music, not always the best. I'll still listen to it though. I'll listen to her over J. Cole, but moving on. And he basically said, I think that her music promotes women and young girls to be sluts and whores. Which is just really funny to me because it's like, dude, you met me on Craigslist, like, trying to have, like, sex with me. I don't know how to, like, I don't know the best way I can say this, but there's something kind of ironic because it's like, okay, are you against like the promotion of female sexuality and you think, oh no, this is something that absolutely should not be like promoted and pushed towards like women in general or specifically young women because it can lead them to a bad path in life and make them unrespectable? Or do you think you're entirely in the right when you drive to a fucking high schoolers school to pick them up in the middle of the school day to have sex with them because you're in your 20s and can't get laid otherwise? I think you should kind of choose between like which morality you stick with. Is it, yes, this girl is of the like the right age group where I can have sex with her and it's not a bad thing, like despite me being in my 20s hooking up with a teenager? Like, how do you not feel pathetic driving to a fucking high school because that's the only place you can get your fucking dick wet? Or are you like the pinnacle of like, ooh, women should be pure and left alone? Like, dude, you're the whole... If he really wanted to just, you know, do I even have to say it? I think I'm going too hard on this topic. And honestly, whenever someone like fucking talks in general about like some hating the promotion of women being whores or sexual or whatever, like, I just don't get it. Like, if it's in the mannerisms of I don't like women having unprotected sex with people 24/7, that's cool. You should also be shitting on the homies who do it too. If it's something like, ooh, pregnancy risk, cool. Wear a condom, get a vasectomy. I don't know, if I really didn't want kids, I'd get my fucking tubes tied. As a man, if I had a ball sack, get that shit tied up together so I don't get anyone fucking pregnant. I don't blame women for that shit. I wrap my shit up. Like, dead ass. Plan B exists. I would vote to make sure women could get abortions and Plan Bs. To make sure no fucking kids are born from, like, even if I am just, like, I don't know, even the most hypocritical man who is like, I fucking hate, like, with their fucking Madonna whore complexes and shit. I feel like those are the same. If you're this type of dipshit who's like that, I feel like you should at the very least, if you're gonna go, ooh, women should be saintly, but if they're a whore, then I mean, I can't stop myself, I need to fuck them. Then at least, like, vote yes for abortions and Plan Bs. Because we are sick and tired of, like, kids like me being born and experiencing hardship for no fucking reason because you decide to bring a bunch of bastards into the planet who you don't take care of and, like, mistreat. So, like, wrap your shit up. Moving on. Ironically, I think that's also a reason I don't really like J. Cole's music. I don't know, I'm not huge into like slut-shamey ass music. Like, I appreciate the little freaky music where it's like, yes, I'm a dude rapping on a song about how I want to fuck this badass chick with the big fat titties or whatever. And that I understand. You're like, because it's like, cool, he's actively promoting like, yes, I spend money on sexy women who want to have sex with me because they're worth it and they're beauty and they're sexy, whatever. Moving on. I just think it's ridiculous how do I phrase this in the best possible way? I don't know, like if I'm listening to a song where 1 second you're like, don't save her, she don't want to be saved, don't save her, and you're talking all about how you fucking hate these bitches, hate slutty, nasty hoes and all that, but then the next song you're talking all about how you love fucking them. To me, it's like, pick a side. Pick a fucking side. Which do you like? Like, and then actively stay in that lane. If you believe women should just be a certain way, blah, 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 get married and all that shit, you better be a fucking husbandable person. Stop asking and being like, where are all the wifeys at? They are at home reading books, or sometimes even in the club, because actually you can be in the club and still be wifey. Because guess what? There are no, like, cuffable men out here that are actively, like, you know, you have to be that type of dude. I don't know. I just hate that shit so mad. Like, dudes who are obviously slutty as fuck themselves, trying to be like, ooh, my chick's gotta have no bodies on her. And then that man has, like, fucking 365 bodies. No protection whatsoever. Going to glory holes and shit. You know what I mean. I just hate that shit so much. Anyway, long story short, don't have sex with minors. And also, ideally, if you really like having sex with promiscuous women, then don't demonize them. If anything, I respect the dudes I've been with who have heard about my supposed body count, which I don't really even believe in. And then they've actually been ecstatic. They've been like, oh, holy shit, cool, you must know a lot about sex. And I was like, yeah, well, that's kind of what happens when you bang a lot of people. And, like, communicate healthily and efficiently, express positive consent, and also research what things you want to try before you just execute them. And then I end up having positive sexual experiences. I don't know. Anyway, just all I gotta say for now. Peace out.